On today's episode of How Fucked Up is Fucked Up, this is fucked up.
Oh, wow.
And look who's pushing.
Go, 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 go.
Oh! With me, and you'll be in a world of OSHA violation.
Is your gender? My gender. I'm a mechanic.
Well, I've had check engine lights before, but I have a feeling this one's gonna be a problem.
Today's episode of How Fucked Up is Fucked Up. That's fucked up. And that's fucked up.
So customer states the vehicle made a loud clunk noise and came to a stop. That's not good. Big old hole in the upper oil pan. See inside the crankcase. Oh. Just a piece of the piston. And it was just serviced at Jiffy Lube yesterday. Wonder if that's a coincidence.
Bonjour, ici nous avons quelque chose de très fucked up. La roue a frotté sur le caliper. Le caliper devrait avoir l'épaisseur qu'on voit ici. Jusque là. Donc si on se met ici, tout ça a été bouffé. Ouais. Mais le client a jamais rien entendu. Yeah, my fucking ass.
So, this morning, a friend of ours went to go start up her car. And it wouldn't run. Ugh. But I'll show you exactly what it's doing. After asking her about what she did, turns out she put diesel gas in her car. Diesel gas. I asked her what color the handle was. She said green.
Here comes the fun bit. You've got to bash this off pretty good. Now, it's probably generated so much heat it's almost welded itself on there. So it's going to need a few more good hits until it dislodges itself. Finally. And there's the difference between the old disc and the new disc. You can see there's a good couple of mil there difference in height. And you can see the difference there with the brake pads. Much thicker. That fourth brake pad's gone missing in action. Now when lubricating these couple of cradle brackets, you want to make sure you fully coat the inside there with that lubricant and not to put too much.
So what you doing? What you do, bud? What did you do? Hey, where's the drain plug?
There's a little update on that car with the really bad tires. The alignment was pretty bad. My boss is down there fixing the rear toe, but the rear was going to the left and the front's going to the right. It's supposed to be in the green zone, and yeah.
This is a public service announcement to people that put a lot of pressure in tires. Oh, watch. About 59 psi. Putting that much pressure in these tires, unless you're two big Oompa Loompas that weigh about 600 pounds apiece, don't put it on there because it'll ride like a lock. You'll wear out the tires, and most indefinitely not gonna last forever. Make sure you put them at whatever the manufacturer recommends, or if you're really not curious, put them at 35. Safer. Thanks.
Customer states there's a loud banging when going into reverse or drive. Can't imagine why. And it's me. I'm customer. And y'all were worried about my fuel level the other day. I got bigger problems, guys.
How come we stuck?
Lost faith in humanity.
Customer states they will install the alternator themselves. They installed it themselves. Burnt the harness up. Doesn't look like that nut was on all the way. Potentially started arcing and welding itself. Now he needs another alternator and a new engine harness. So customer states they hit a pothole in an FJ Cruiser. Pretty messed up. Ugh. Wheel doesn't move. Side's good.
Okay, if you're the type of person who does stuff like this, then fuck you, to be honest. Why would anyone... How do I explain this? Basically, this obviously goes here. Someone in the past has broken the clips, these clips, and then found, oh, I don't have any clips, so what will I do? I'll Gorilla Glue or silicone this entire piece down without the clips, and nobody will know. How fucking ridiculous is that? That thing costs a tenner. I have these. It has like all the little plastic bits you could ever need. Cost a tenner. Bought it like 2 years ago, and I've barely used it. What the hell? Why would somebody not just do that? Why would you glue down the entire trim piece? The holes are there. It's perfectly fine. Why? Why do people do stuff like this? Why is it so hard to get people just to do a normal, proper job? It's not difficult.
Well, this driver must be really tall. They had to move the seat. Usually it sits on this hump right here. What he's done is he's moved it back and secured it to the carpet. Yeah, that's asking to get killed in even a minor accident. Don't ever secure anything to the carpet except for more carpet.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to part 10 or 11 of the Mustang build. I don't remember anymore, so today we're going to be figuring out why my speedometer doesn't work, and it turns out there's this thing called a speedometer cable, which runs from your speedometer all the way into your transmission. It spins the cable, which spins your speedometer where there's magnets, and then it tells you what speed you're going. Here I am cutting myself, pulling it out. That's it in the transmission, that's it out of the transmission, and kabam. I don't know why at all, like why it stopped working. I have no idea. Beats me, man. Here's a new one anyway. It looks exactly the same as the old one. It was really annoying to put it back in, so I tied a string to it and pulled it through. Here's the cluster back on. Here's some trim pieces back on. That's where the headlight switch goes, but it was broken, so I bought a new one. Yeah, so there's that. And it should work now, but it only worked for like a mile, and then I had to take it out and put it back in like 3 more times after this video.
Hey, Mrs. Murphy, this is Clam from the shop. Yes, man. Hey, I'm calling about your Ranger. I just want to let you know that we took it for a test drive, and we just can't seem to duplicate the issue that you're having. You say there's like a vibration all the time, and it feels like it's all jerky all the time. We couldn't find that. Maybe you could just like turn up the radio a little bit and maybe get rid of that. You won't even notice it.
Customer states my brakes are grounded.
Well, yeah, that'll happen.
I'm literally dying. Whoever did this fucking oil change last, I don't even know what the fuck they torqued this thing with, but it's way more than me.
Dude, can you just show us again real quick what this is? What is that? What is that? What? Oh my.
You know me. Over the years, I've worked myself up from nothing to extreme poverty. So you know I'm always on the hunt for a bit of free and easy cash. You know, a couple of Kevin 07 flat screen dollars if you catch my drift. But, you know, the government isn't always handing shit out, so sometimes got to take matters into my own hands, you know? Yeah, I've been a mechanic on the side for a couple of weeks now, and so far it's been a piece of piss, mate. I mean, I've pretty much just been dunking cars into greaser and tyre shine and sending them back out on their way for the last 2 weeks now, and so far no one's better than I. Haven't even received a single complaint yet, which is pretty good. Yeah, mate, she's a fucking dream gig, this one. Best bit, the pay to actual effort required ratio, fucking astronomical. I mean, the work required, absolutely zero, but the pay, through the fucking roof. I mean, it's pretty much like Centrelink, but with little rolly chairs. Yeah, my go-to is setting up the old workshop radio under the car, playing a couple of ugga-duggers, couple of spanner sounds, sliding on under the cunt, and just having a fucking kip. I mean, it's the perfect plan. I've even got a failsafe if some cunt catches me in the act. Bet you thought I was awake, didn't you, cunt? Best bit is, half the cunts coming in don't know the first thing about fucking cars. So I can make up whatever the fuck I want and just slap the cunt on the invoice. I don't know how many fucking flux capacitors I've charged cunts for in this town, but holy fuck, it's got to be in the triple digits.
$800? You're just supposed to be doing a service.
Yeah, see what happened, mate, was found out that you're actually missing a very important wiring harness. Looks a little bit something like this. Actually, this is it. Yeah, even though I do fuck all, the boss still loves me. Because every time I work on a car, I always end up with a big box of fucking spare bolts that we can use in the future, you know? Keeping costs low. Yeah, so we filled her up for you, put all new indicator fluid in it, put some new fucking oil in it, and I even put a little fucking tree in there for you.
Customer states, might need brake pads. Yeah, that's fucked up.
When someone goes in for a fluid check and found out that the brake fluid is black.
Customer states, just fix a flat and do a wheel alignment. I don't need anything else. Yeah, good luck with that.
There you go. Yay! Pretty tame.
Hey, you guys want to see something cool? This is this really neat system from a company called AL Priority. It markets itself as a parking device, so it'll beep before you hit a wall or whatever. But the cool thing about this is that when you strategically mount them in the bumper, not only is this a fully functional radar detector, but it also is an anti-laser device. So when you're getting hit with a laser reader, it jams the signal. Pretty sweet.
Let's explain part 7. Whenever you're installing a new suspension component and you notice one of these bad boys, you have to grease it up. First screw on the grease fitting, just like that. Then after you install the part, grab your grease gun, unscrew the top, pull the plunger out all the way, then grab the grease tube, pop off the plastic top, stick it in with that side down, pop the other side like a Coke, Next, fully remove it. Now screw on the cap to where it's just a little bit loose. Finally, press these two things at the same time. Snug up the cap, couple pumps to test it, and there we go. Now grab the attachment, slip it on the grease fitting, push the handle to lock it in place, then keep pumping it up until the boot becomes nice and plump.
That thing bleeding to the, you know what I mean?
Walkie slash.
Alright, so since a lot of people still don't know this, here's the best way to remove wheel locks when you don't have the key. No, you don't need a wheel lock removal set. You just need a 12-point socket. You can see this one's pretty mangled up because I've used it dozens of times. Find one that fits on the wheel lock and won't turn too much. It might turn a little bit, but here you go. You just hammer that shit all the way on there. And once you've done that, get your impact, your half-inch impact, stick it on there, and it will bite into the wheel lock and turn it off. This has worked for me every single time, and it's never failed. And okay, I'll also show you how to get the wheel lock out of the socket, because I'm sure you're wondering. Put it in a vise, get your air hammer with a attachment that'll fit down in there, and just yeet.
You know you're a good mechanic when you have one more bolt left over than when you took it apart. You just did it better than the manufacturer, bud.
I love this van.
Here? That is an annoying amount of rust to a West Coast mechanic.
Well, over here in Ohio, this is an older truck and my buddy's drive shaft fell out. That bolt stripped off last night in the middle of the road because the bracket that goes there rusted out.
Customer state there's an exhaust rattle. How about your hub?
On today's episode of How Fucked Up Is Fucked Up. That's fucked up. And that's fucked up.
Customer states check engine light on. My check engine light would be on too if I was missing a whole drive shaft. What the fuck, man?
So when you had your timing belt replaced and maybe they left a cover off, and then maybe a rodent gets in there. Let's extract him. What do we got there?
That's what's left of him.
That's what's left of him after he got run through the timing belt and knocked the timing off.
Almost looks like a squirrel.
Well, rest in pieces, buddy. Oh man, this poor little bastard. Looks like he got meat grindered by the crankshaft tone ring. Look at that. He just... Mmm, tasty.
I don't know about you guys, but I think something just might be missing, you know? Just maybe, I don't know, it might just be me, you know? Something might just be missing.
I may not be a smart man, but I know something's fucked up when I see it.
Is he in line? Shut the fuck up.
Alright. Customer states that there's a loud noise coming from the engine. I'd say.
So customer states, got a rattle in their vehicle. This is where my tech's at right now.
Hey,
think we found it. Hey!
So customer states, autopilot made a funny noise. Little noise.
On a very special customer states, service advisor. Customer states, I hit something in the middle of the road. Check and advise. That's his front bumper. We come over here. I've already got most of it disassembled. I think he's missing something. Something that helps it goes choo 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 choo. The intercooler's gone, my man. Hell yeah. That poor radiator. Hell yeah. But man, we gonna get you fixed up, bro.
Nothing all day, and I'll be taking care of business every day. Taking care of business every way. Taking care of business. It's all
You'll like this one. Customer states tyre pressure monitor light came on and noise whilst driving. Let's have a look. Wonder why his tyre pressure monitor light was on.
Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. It doesn't show signs of stopping, and I broke.
Goddamn hand. Yeah, fuck off. What kind of negative terminal bullshit is that? Oh my god.
Hello.
Customer states, I have a noise from my engine bay while my car is parked. Find it, Steve. Oh, hell no. Whoa, there he goes. Where'd he go? Well, finally captured the squirrel and got it outside. And jumped on one person. But customer's happy now. Definitely gonna need a hydraulic sandwich after that.
Where the leak's coming from real quick.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I don't know where it's leaking from.
Really?
No.
You know the big patch of fucking steel everywhere?
It's just, I have no idea where it could possibly be leaking.
And look back.
Good. 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 Good.
We're working on this 2020 R8, and does anybody know why there's a speaker in here? Yeah. Let us know.
Complains of popping noise. Gee, I wonder why.
Let me explain this now. If your tie rod, when you're replacing it or when a mechanic places it, and you're feeling a click
while you're driving or turning at any point and you know your CV joints are good, here's your problem. That shouldn't move. Here's a better way. It's a joystick. I can play Galaga now.
Have you guys ever seen anything like this? Look, you can still see the spark plug there, but not in that one. And look what it did to the coil. It just shot out.
And is here for a coolant pressure test, and the oil on the dipstick looks chocolatey, and so we are going to see what lies inside the pan. We're thinking head gasket, but we're about to find out for real. Here we go. Ooh, that doesn't look very good. Ooh. That is chocolate milk. What the hell? Yeah, that's not good, man. That's really not good. Okay. Ugh. Shit's just fucking thick. Ew. Yeah, no, that's, you're gonna need some new head gaskets, my guy.
Proof that an engineer would jump backwards over a pile of horny virgins just to fuck a technician.
That ain't right, Chief.
Not be a smart man, but I know something's fucked up when I see it.
Hola mis mecanipanas, aquí les traigo este Chevrolet Aveo que nos trajeron con un problemita en la lubricación. Fíjense, tenía un fuerte bote de aceite por el tapaválvulas y al sacar el tapaválvulas nos conseguimos con este residuo que tiene aquí. Esto es algo muy común de ver en los motores que no se le hace el mantenimiento o el debido mantenimiento de cambio de aceite y filtro de aceite a tiempo. Cuando pasamos mucho tiempo.
Alright, so one of the most common questions we get about our hand cleaner is, does it work on used diesel motor oil? And well, one of our favorite customers, Inland Fleet Solutions, told me they had a couple trucks that needed some servicing. So I was able to come over and pull the drain plug myself on this puppy, and well, clearly I did a horrible job and I got oil all over me. Now I'm going to try to get it all off in one wash using our Grip Clean Ultra Heavy Duty Hand Cleaner. This stuff is awesome. It won't dry and crack out your skin no matter how many times you use it. So if you're a diesel mechanic, I highly recommend you check this stuff out and switch over.
Fucking piece of shit.
Check engine light, then car lost power. Okay, focus. Alright. That don't sound good. Nope. Damn it. One of these. Alright, so these lovely 1.0s, as you heard, they have an issue with the oil pump. It's belt driven, soaked in oil. The oil pump belt ends up breaking. So when the belt goes, obviously no oil gets put up top and no oil gets fed through the turbo. So we've already taken this off earlier and verified that the turbo is seized. It's going to get a new turbo. We're going to condemn the whole motor. Whole motor, all still covered under its powertrain warranty. So yeah, this one's it's a goner.
Nice.
Time to do some sketchy shit. Doo-dah, doo-dah. Hope I get away with it. Oh, doo-dah day.
No phase, mama. You raised a hard-working son of a bitch with a drinking problem and a broken heart. But I'll be alright.
So I'm working on Smurfmobile here. Taking the stock radio out, putting a double-din touchscreen in. More specifically, installing this hunk of junk. And a backup camera. Step 1, get both of your harnesses and merge them. Once you've tested everything to make sure everything works, you can go ahead and shrink wrap everything. Now, installing the backup camera is the worst part of the job, because of having to run this wire from the back of the car to the front of the car. Usually it wouldn't be too terrible, but this car is absolutely disgusting. I mean, that's literally a mouse nest, and that's literally mouse poop. Normally I would run it underneath the carpet, but I'm thinking about going through the headliner, because I don't want to touch any of that crap. Pro tip, these pickup tools work great for snaking wires through the dash. Just don't let go, whatever you do. So once you finish running, shrink wrapping, and tying all that in, you can check out the rest of the install in part 2.
Today's episode of How Fucked Up Is Fucked Up. That's fucked up.
Tell me you're a mechanic without telling me you're a mechanic.
So we're on the test drive, and in conclusion, what I had was the control circuit for the EGR valve had corroded inside the connector underneath the intake manifold, and it was supplying battery voltage, or running voltage, 13 volts roughly, onto my sensor circuit. So it was going through the map sensor, and it was causing 8 to 9 volts on my 5 volt reference, which everybody knows when you got excessive voltage on 5 volt reference, it don't run, it don't work. So we fixed that problem, and now I can drive it. I'm sure the customer is going to be excited that it runs and drives again. And let's get them out of here and start on something else.
Hey, y'all want to see some fucking funny shit? Look at this. So this is how much crap mechanics go through when it comes to ordering parts.
Because some of these people that are parts counters should not be parts counters, period. In order to be a parts person, you should at least been in the field or turning wrenches for a minimum of 5 years, period. Not fresh out of high school, nothing like that. If you're not mechanically inclined, do not apply for the job. I literally ordered climate control buttons from the dealer, right? Y'all gonna laugh your ass off. Look what these, it was a young kid that said, I said, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, I know exactly what I'm talking about. What's your VIN number? So I give him the VIN number, I give him all the details, so on and so forth. Y'all gonna think this is funny. Watch what he gave me. Fucking stickers, man. Fucking stickers. Doesn't really look bad though. I did the bottom. Look at the top. Ugly.
Wonder how to change your brake pads? Customer had spongy brakes and squealing tires. First unbolt your caliper, usually 2 bolts. Pop it off. Let's look at these pads. That's pretty low compared to the new one. This is the squealer, no doubt. It's down to the bone.
When the guy at the parts store says the part I asked for doesn't fit the vehicle that I described, I swapped the motor out, you son of a bitch.
Okay, TikTok, let's get one shit clear. One thing is having a work truck and another one is being fucking nasty. God damn. Like, these are floor mats. I put this shit on my seat. That's how disgusting this truck is. It smells like there's a body in there. Fuck no. Guys, just clean your truck, man. Especially if you're taking it to the mechanic. Just clean it. It's not hard.
So you guys have a really good point when comparing the surface grease and grime on my hands compared to that deeply embedded 8-hour stuff that you mechanics get on a daily basis. Joey, on the other hand, has been working all day and is going to be my new hand model. So we wipe his hands clean with a paper towel, but clearly you can see that deeply embedded grease on the palm of his hand and the backside of his knuckles. And if you're a mechanic, you know what I'm talking about, and your wife definitely knows what I'm talking about. He's actually using his own supply of our Grip Clean Ultra Heavy Duty Hand Cleaner here. Man, this stuff is awesome. If you guys have been working with chemicals all day long, the last thing you need is another chemically infused soap to take all that off. Our all-natural ingredients won't dry and crack your skin. Check it out.
States, did his own great job but still making funny noises. I thought this was a spacer for a second. Wrong-sized pads too. How did he even make it here? That's better. Customer comes saying he installed a oil pan and now the truck sounds funny.
Is he dampens the fuel pressure from pulsating from the pump. Alright, so I got it off. Had to take the valve body off. Fuel rail, maybe didn't have to take loose, but there's a little nipple right back in there. The hose kind of went up on. I couldn't get it from where it was just because it's so tight. Can't even fit my hands back there. And here it is. So this is in, this is out to the fuel rail. So there's no way to test it, so I grabbed one off of my parts truck that I know ran really good before I parked it a month ago. So I'll get it on, get this all together, and we'll see how it runs. It's all back together. Let's see what it'll do. See, it's still got a little mist, but I think it needs to be run quite a bit. Let's
tap on that. See how it didn't clear up at all? Alright, alright. Sick. Well, that seemed to have worked. Go ahead and follow for a test drive and see what she does.
Alright, so I work for a used car dealership. This is the second time this customer has brought this car back. It's a 17 Challenger. It's got a shifting issue or a stalling issue. They can't really explain it, but it only does it when it's cold. Now, they won't leave the vehicle with me, so I can't exactly duplicate the problem. Now, second time, this is them waiting in the waiting room, and they just decide, fuck it, they're gonna trade it in. The fuck? I guess we'll just resell it, or just wait till it's cold and I can try to duplicate it again.
Hey, 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 hey.
Come on, there you go. Yeah, let's see.
Oh,
okay.
Why it takes me so long to do anything around here. Part of it's because I'm lazy, and part of it's because I'll be halfway through something, I'll have to stop and either go on the road and help a delivery driver, drive a truck, or make a repair. Occasionally, it's because the owner of the company comes in with something random and crazy. Whether it be an oil change on his personal vehicle, which is company owned, or I'll show you an example. Today he brought me this, and wanted to see if we could get it running. This Arian's rocket has a single-cylinder Tecumseh engine, and it's been sitting outside for years. I took the carb bowl off, and it was full of rusty water, so we've got some work to do. I cleaned it out, put it back on, but it's leaking, so we're going to have to do a whole carb kit in order to get it to run. And that is where Jim comes in. Jim specializes in small engines, so I will call him over and deal with this foolishness and fuckery.